Good morning, people. It's actually becoming pretty cold outside, so this year I actually get to say boost weather, because for the last 2 years it has not been boost weather at all because this car was NA and now it is turbo. So I see all you guys' comments. I got a lot of comments asking how it is to daily drive the turbo kit, more questions on what the turbo kit is like, full breakdown and stuff like that. I have a lot of videos planned with this, but after Gatlinburg we were just super exhausted and we had a lot of things going on in the background, like this new Risen t-shirt, which should be on the website by the time this video goes up, but there's been a lot of things happening in the backgrounds that I cannot wait to show you guys. So, but that is not what most of you guys clicked on this video for. You guys have a lot of questions about the turbo kit. Now, I wanted to make this video sooner, but at the same time I also wanted to drive the car, get to know the car with the turbo kit, make sure everything was buttoned up and done correctly so that I can give you guys a true assessment of how it is to actually daily drive this car. We did drive this car all the way to Gatlinburg and back with no issues. We drove in the mountains and stuff like that. I haven't had any problems. So honestly, as of right now, it's been, I want to say, almost a month, and the turbo kit has been holding up very well. The engine, you know, doesn't even feel like we're tapping into its full potential yet. From what I've been told, I am running a very conservative tune with the horsepower numbers I'm making. My buddy Patty with the white Pandem BRZ is pushing around 500 horsepower with his, and I don't know. I'm going for 325. I'm not particularly looking forward to blowing this motor up. If it happens, it happens, but I'm not looking forward to it in any way. So we do have something reliable and fun here that I am excited to show you guys more of. Now, as you guys can see in here, if you guys haven't seen the videos of the turbo kit install, this is the JDL turbo kit setup. We're gonna do a full breakdown of everything I did to get this working the way it did in the next video or so, but basically it's just a bolt-on, no cutting or trimming required, and it looks very OEM looking, especially with this big front mount intercooler. It just, you know, gives the car that look that it needed. And I could have gone with the red piping, but I went with the black because I wanted to keep it OEM looking. I'm gonna touch base on this a little bit more. I do have a lot of work to do today, including making all these new shirts and getting them on the website for you guys. But I am gonna talk more about how it is to daily drive this car and everything that I've noticed with the turbo. Another thing I do want to talk about is the exhaust. I do have the NVIDIA N2 on here, which is not my choice of exhaust. It's just what I've had from my stock body phase. So I've just kind of carried it over and upgraded the exhaust tips to fit the Adro diffuser that I have back here. But I will say, I do remember the tone of the car before the turbo kit and the tone of it now. We did have to go with the JDL mid pipe or up pipe. There's a lot of names there, but basically the exhaust did get a lot louder and you do get a lot more turbo sound. So keeping the NVIDIA M2 was not a terrible idea because the car is very drivable and it's not, you know, it doesn't give you a headache while driving. I do want to go with the AWE track exhaust and see how loud that gets. Because I do know a turbo is usually considered as some sort of, it's kind of like a muffler. It helps quiet the car down because it's, you know, bypassing through the turbo. I need to stop talking. I am not heavily educated on these topics, so I'm not gonna act like I am. But I am gonna tell you guys how I feel driving this car every day compared to how it was stock. And you guys really want to know like how I really feel. I feel like ever since the turbo kit, this has been my favorite car I've ever owned. And I've had a WX, I've had a Type R, and now I have this, which I never enjoyed until I got the turbo kit. So there's your answer. It's like an OEM upgrade that the car has always needed, and if I knew it was gonna feel like this, I would have done it way sooner. All right, we'll get back to more of this. But I do want to show you guys what we've been working on here at the shop. Oh, ping pong table still up from Boba Night. Here is some of the decorations it looks like we got for this upcoming Halloween. Now, when I said we were doing some things behind the scenes, we are going to be throwing the craziest Halloween car meet possible by building a haunted house having vendors out back, a car show up front with trophies that are being made right now from Lit Logos, and having food trucks, boba, everything on October 27th from 8 to 11 p.m. So it's gonna be super sick. I've never seen this done before. I've never seen someone do haunted house, so I'm really excited. And if you guys are new to the channel and don't know what BRZ is, we're a car group brand. It's something I started in 2020, and we've been expanding to other states like Kansas and Arizona. So that's the quick summary of it. I started making my own clothing in-house, and I'm about to make like over 120 shirts so I can ship some out to Kansas and Arizona. Oh, and here's this. For those of you guys who asked for more accessories, we have some lightning bolt air fresheners. We got this in dark ice, new car, and crisp winter berries. Super cool to see us growing. It's, you know, it feels really good, but like it's taking a lot of investing, and I know you guys already know this, but when it comes to building your own brand, you really have to give it everything you got. Like I'm putting so much effort forward that it's scary. I don't really sleep as well at night anymore. I kind of toss and turn because there's always something new that comes up in my head, some new idea, especially with this upcoming Halloween meet. There's been a lot of new things that I came up with and stuff like that, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are like, how the hell are you gonna build a haunted house in a shop? A lot of PCV piping. Basically you build a maze like this, and then out over there, context of that is me and my dad used to build haunted houses at our old house every year, and the whole neighborhood would know about it. We would spend like $2 to $3 grand, like a crazy budget on this like PCV pipe, like with actors, animatronics, all these things, and we would do it for free. Now that I'm older and have a shop space to play with, we're going to be able to bring this up to the next level along with our car hobby with the enthusiasts and stuff like that, and just do something that I've never seen before. So I'm really excited. I don't want to bore you guys. There will be videos and stuff for all of this. I don't need to be showing you guys this today, but I do need to get some work done, make some of these shirts, and then we'll get back to giving you guys some more of my thoughts on the turbo kit, because I know that's what most of you guys are here for. We started at 9, now it is 3:10, and we have all the logos for the front of the shirts, but we only have half of the back. But I'm exhausted and I'm hungry, so I'm going to head home and finish the rest tomorrow, so that I can get these shirts shipped out to Kansas on the website and ready for our upcoming Halloween car meet. So let's go ahead and head home. We made some very good progress today. But there's definitely still a lot more to do. Holy, it is chilly out here. We're at the pumpkin patch.
That's the pumpkin patch.
The reason I bring you guys to the pumpkin patch is because I'm showing you guys that I'm dailying the BRZ everywhere, even on date night. So, good car. I love it. This is my favorite candy. Lemonhead's my favorite candy. Figured I'd use this opportunity at the gas station to talk about the miles per gallon of daily driving the Turbo BRZ. I drive this to work every day, back, date night, everything like that. And we are fully on empty, and this was $43. We obviously didn't change the size of the fuel tank, but it does have upgraded injectors and fuel pump. It gets around 20 miles per gallon on the highway, and if you're going hard on it, you're gonna get around 17 to 18. So it's not much different than stock. It's not bad at all, but it is a little bit worse, but it's definitely worth, you know, miles per gallon. It's definitely worth doing the turbo kit and getting those 20 miles per gallon. Okay, people, I'm sure a lot of you guys want to see some like POV driving and stuff like that. I do have 2 GoPros, but they're both in the GTR, which is currently in the shop right now. So fortunately, we are going to use our camera here, which is fine. You know, the camera higher quality, easier to edit for me because I'm not pulling through like 3 SD cards. But I do want to show you guys some POV driving. This video is about me dailying the turbo kit, so I figured it'd be a pretty cool thing to show you guys some POV driving of me on my way home from work, so you guys can see what it's like, you know, to daily drive this car to work and home from work and stuff like that. You guys saw a little compilation this morning, but nothing, you know, like pulls and stuff. The turbo sound is so freaking good, guys. I know you guys can hear that. Go ahead and listen to this. So, as you guys can see, the car is much quicker. You know, we're making 325 to the wheels on dyno, 93. So it's pretty cool. You know, we have that kind of power that we can enjoy for, you know, for a daily drive. And these things you see here on the dash, that is from my seats. I currently do not have any codes from the turbo kit, so it doesn't force you to have a light on the dash just to drive. Yes, this seat airbag light, you know, bothers the crap out of me, but we're gonna get that taken care of here shortly, which, you know, should be pretty cool. They have a module that you can plug in and plug into your stock seats and program the computer to think that it's on the stock seats. It's a pretty cool thing. We'll get into it eventually. I'm just having a hard time getting with the owner that has my stock seats to, you know, go ahead and get that program, but we'll get to it. I don't know, I get so many messages about like what it's like to drive this car, you know, on a daily basis. Do I think it's less reliable? Do I think it's a bad idea to boost your daily driver? Blah blah blah. It's really like up to how you drive the car, if I'm being honest. Like, if you guys are beating on your car 24/7, I'm not sure how this car will hold up. But like I said before, to be fair, there is BRZ 2022 BRZs with turbo kits pushing around 500 horsepower, and I'm pushing 325, which I guess is a conservative number, seeing that some people are hitting 500. But if you guys are absolutely destroying your car, I don't know if that's a good idea for you. But I will say, with the turbo kit, I have more peace of mind because of the welded oil pan that we have on there. We were able to clear out the pickup tube. There was RTV in there. Just like little things like that, and then like not having to just like not being slower than everything on the road is like, you know, so much better. Like, you don't need to be pushing high horsepower numbers to have a fun car, or you don't need to be flooring it everywhere. It's just like the fact that before, when I needed to overtake, or I was in a merge lane or something, like where I was in a tight situation and I knew I could do nothing but pull back, was kind of frustrating. Now we have a car that is able to do all of that, and it feels very linear, very balanced. It doesn't feel dangerous. Like, it doesn't feel like boosting a Civic. It feels like, you know, a stable car. But then again, I have the wide body and the Toyo R888s and the upgraded brakes to kind of help me feel a little bit safer with those things. But I know if you get the right set of tires on your BRZ when you boost it, you will enjoy the turbo kit, because, you know, you're gonna need that grip. You know, even without the turbo, the car could lose traction in the rain if you don't have the right tires. So definitely get the right tires if you are gonna daily drive a turbo kit BRZ. Just do the right things. You know, I did the injectors and the fuel pump. I'm told I should get a turbo blanket or even an oil cooler. Those are probably gonna be the next things on my list. But if you do the right things, then I don't think you have anything to worry about, because with the 22 WRXs that push hit freaking 500-600 horsepower easily, apparently, we have a similar block to them, the FA24. It's not exactly the same, compression ratios are different, but they are similar. And the BRZs, nobody really knows too much yet, but from what we've seen, we haven't seen a sign of weakness yet. So I wouldn't be afraid, if I were you guys, to go ahead and get the JDL turbo kit and conservatively boost your car. If you're going for racing, then you're trying to build a race car. The question of is the turbo daily BRZ a good idea? That goes out the window, because you're no longer trying to build a daily. You're trying to build a race car. So I think, as someone who came from a Civic Type R, that was pushing around 305, whatnot. That was my favorite car that I've ever owned, because its power was like the perfect number. But I didn't like the cosmetics of that car. Now, I've always loved the cosmetic of this car, but I've never liked the power of this car at all. Now that we are boosted, and it's wide-bodied and all the things that I want it to be, then now I can officially say this is my favorite car that I've ever owned. This is my favorite bend right here. This is the best bend right here. With the Toyo R888, like, this car feels like a straight missile. Like, I feel planted. I don't feel like I'm in any danger at high speeds and stuff like that. So, and the turbo sound is just so good. Stuff like that. It's like, it's so good. Such a good car. Let me show you guys what it's like to go under a bridge. Granted, I don't drive like this all the time. Obviously, I'm not going to drive all slow for you guys, but as you guys can see, the car can take a beating. Now, we have not done a track day yet. But we will be doing one this December. I don't remember the date exactly, but we do have a whole day at the firm here in Florida, Jacksonville, Florida, with Staker Productions Winter Showcase. So it will be very interesting to see this car track. I'm definitely going to do the oil cooler, the turbo blanket, like more supporting mods before then. Maybe even hop on E85, I don't know. But we will find out when the time comes how the car handles. If it blows up on the track, that would really suck. But I'm pretty confident in this car that it won't do that to me, to be honest. We're home after beating on the car a little bit. To be honest, it is a lot colder outside right now. It is not that much heat. Like, I think when I had first installed the turbo kit, I really don't know if this has to do with weather or like it was breaking in or something, but when we first did it, it was getting really hot in here, and now it's not that hot. So intercooler's doing its job, intake's doing its job, or something. I don't know. Like I told you guys, I don't know as much as you guys may think. I learn on this channel as you guys learn as well. So anything you guys know, educate me, please. But car did great, so the car did great. I really wish I could film more quality videos for you guys of doing, like, more exciting things and stuff like that, but just lately it's been all about work with Risen and growing the brand in the different states and having the big, focusing on expansion with different branches of Risen, like Risen Bubbles, Wraps, Florida, now Arizona, Kansas, and we're trying to throw this huge Halloween meet and stuff like that coming October 27th, 8 to 11 p.m. Shameless plug. If you guys live in the Jacksonville, Florida area, you do not want to miss this. We are going to have a haunted house, lightning bolt trophies for the car show, and trick-or-treating at the vendors, and obviously the new Halloween shirt and all that that's coming out soon. So it's really exciting stuff that you guys don't want to miss. But I've been busy. I have had my hands full, and honestly, it's been the best feeling ever, because as stressed as I am, it's what I love to do, and I can actually see growth progressing from it. So check this out. You know, lots of miles later, even after going to Gatlinburg, I'm not seeing anything wrong yet, so pretty happy with how that's going. Well, it's been holding up, guys. I haven't had like a single issue. I check my oil every day. Oil's at the right level. If I don't exactly remember which Motul oil I use, you might have to go back to the video where we installed the turbo kit and poured in oil to see which one we use. But it does have that thicker race oil from my understanding. So yeah, not too bad. But in all consensus of this video, you guys are asking, can you daily drive a turbo BRZ? I'm doing it. I don't beat the living shit out of my car, but I also definitely don't take it easy. I definitely give the car throttle where it's necessary. You know, I have fun with it. It's beaten a good amount of cars on the street so far. I'm not a street racer, but sometimes it's fun to do a little pull and then cut it off. You never want to go past a certain number. I had a bad record with my Type R, so we have learned from that, but we still have fun safely and you know, in a way to still enjoy this car. So I think that's really cool that we have a car that we can enjoy now, you know, not just from the looks but also from the power. Once again, I apologize guys for these videos being completely shoved in between my days, but that is all I have for you guys today. If you guys want to check out the new merchandise, website will be in the link in the description. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to never stop dreaming.